Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? How was the weekend? I hope you had an awesome weekend. The weekend was a little buzzy by my end, and I hope you had an awesome one. But just in case you did not, well, I think that's why we're here, to ensure that you don't take that energy into the brand new week. We're here to uplift you a little bit on the DBS Morning Show. First, we need to go on over to the news desk, see what Kendall has going on. We'll be back.
Good morning. Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine, has praised the government of St. Lucia for its efforts to implement a minimum wage. In the recent Conversation with the Governor program aired on DBS television, the governor emphasized the need to balance providing a sustainable wage for workers and ensuring the viability of businesses, especially micro, small and medium enterprises.
I don't know if it's livable. I think it's an improvement, and I think the minimum wage has to be looked at. So I'm glad it's being reviewed now.
Governor Antoine suggested that future considerations for reviewing the minimum wage should take into account a sector-based minimum wage. He also acknowledged that adjustments to the minimum wage should be done in phases so as to not negatively impact the business sector. The Donation Foundation has initiated a new project to encourage the active participation of young people in the campaign to eradicate gender-based violence. The official launch of the Engendering Change by Playing Your Part project took place on Friday, September 20th, 2024, and is being undertaken in collaboration with the Department of Gender Relations and with funding from the Government of Canada.
We want to foster enhanced support for this vital legislation and empower a select group of youth as effective advocates for gender equality and GBV prevention. Additionally, we will work to strengthen community engagement and dialogue around these critical issues, ensuring that every voice is heard. To further this goal, we will create youth-friendly version of the GBV bill and an animated video to enhance legal literacy among our young people, making the information accessible and engaging.
Again, the Donation Foundation has partnered with the Department of Gender Affairs for this project, and it builds on the foundation already laid by that department. Gender Relations Officer Binta Ernest underscored the importance of addressing the issue of gender-based violence as an essential part of national development. In other news, Education Minister Sean Edward has announced the plans by the Ministry of Education to launch a comprehensive special education needs policy. This follows recent allegations of discrimination within the school system by parents of autistic children.
Those are basically focusing on special education in a very, very comprehensive way. And soon from today, we will be unveiling what is known as our comprehensive SEN policy, SEN, S-E-N, special education needs, as part of the broader education framework that we've adopted in our country for the time being.
Edward did not detail what the comprehensive special education needs policy would look like or entail, but he applauded the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School for taking the initiative and bringing on a special education needs teacher. On Sunday, September 15th, the Philip Marsleck grounds in VA4 was the starting point for the second annual Caribbean Wellness Day Walk.
I think it's very important to try our very best to cause these activities to happen spontaneously at the community level. I think, yes, it's important for the ministry to set the example, but if we do it often and we do it in the different communities, hopefully community organizations, churches and everybody else will just do it spontaneously without the nudge from the ministry. This is what we really hope, that this becomes part of just a way of life in St. Lucia.
The activity marked the culmination of a week-long celebration of Caribbean Wellness Day, a regional initiative aimed at promoting healthier lifestyles and raising awareness about the prevention of non-communicable diseases, or NCDs. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching.
Okay, thank you, Kendall. Let's take a short break and come right back. morning I felt moved, to inspire our young people a little bit, because you know what, our young people are dealing with a lot. A lot is flying over their heads. So many demands is put on them for them to live up to a certain standard in life, and sometimes they can get so caught up in it, and sometimes they lose hope. So I thought, this young man is a young man that I've watched his progression for quite some time, and he's just a little young man that inspires, and trust me, we're going to find out more about him in future, but I thought this morning his level of inspiration could have been something that could have, reached the energy of some of our young people who are viewing, to give them a little form of hope. This young man is named IMAN. Always so excited when we find creatives, young creatives at that, and create that platform where they can get to, promote their stuff. This young man here is not a stranger to me. As a matter of fact, that's my son, or we call each other son. I call him my son. He calls me mommy, or boss lady sometimes.
Yes,
Hi, man. How are
strictly.
you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I am good. I see you still at it.
Still
I'm
at it.
loving this.
Thank you so much.
So
Never given
you
up.
meant it in your full-time job,
That's
but
correct.
definitely you're definitely into your music, which is your first passion.
Right.
Let's talk about where you at right now with it. What's going on? What's been going on with music for you?
Okay. So a lot has been going on. I've been active. Never have I stopped dreaming. I have a lot of new music coming soon, with a few music videos as well,
Wow.
incorporated with a lot of our national sites, especially the Peters. That's what stand out in St. Lucian. That's what I'm all about, bringing our St. Lucian culture to the forefront, so that people can see that we really have talented artists actually working together alongside with the Kuduro. But we want them to recognize us, the music on a whole. You
Right. Now,
understand?
Iman, for persons who may not know, what type of genre, what style of music, when we listen to something from Iman, what can we expect? What kind of song do we get?
Okay. International sound, I would say dancehall. Dancehall is my main genre, but I'm very versatile. So wherever I can fit myself to bring out the best of my ability, that's what I'm about. So I just love music on a whole.
Right. Let's talk about some of the music that you've put out to date. You have quite a few tracks that's out there already.
I have quite a few tracks, especially No Limit, Rich, and we have a few tracks for the ladies too. We can never forget them. So we have some Wind Down for Me, you understand?
I like
and
it.
Relapse,
Right.
some good stuff for the ladies coming soon, man. And we have that out too, so you can go look it up on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all platforms, all
Right.
across
And
the
you're looking
board.
for Iman, IMAN.
King Iman with a
Iman.
V. All right?
Okay, how? King.
KVNGIMAN.
Oh, okay,
And-
understood. Now let's talk about moving forward. Some of the people that you're fortunate to work with along this journey as well. Some of the people you like working with. Some of the people you look or you hope to work with in the future.
Well, as I'd say, you have a big part playing in my coming up, because you're all about stage presence and stage performance, and I could say that's one thing you always taught me, to always be able to express myself. And maybe I might step on stage and feel a little frightened, and you'd always give me that pep talk. Just go out there and do your best. So I like working with you. Other people I'd like working with, maybe a few Jamaican artists, but I try to keep it local for now. You understand? Maybe Shemi J, he does his stuff, and
Absolute.
we around in the same niche.
Right.
So that's somebody I'm looking forward to working with. Ransom Records. We have to bring up our local
have
artists
you ever
as
worked
well
with
too.
Rans?
Not at
as
all.
yet? No,
Not
we're making
at
that
all.
happen.
But we'll make it
Ransom!
happen.
That favor coming now. Yeah, no,
We
you won't
come in,
mind. We
Ransom.
come in,
We
Rans. We
come
come in.
in.
Absolutely.
Bare lyrics.
Right. What is your plans? Moving forward. What do you hope to? Well, definitely you want to go international. I
That's
know how
correct.
much you feel about the music, but in immediate, what are some of the plans that you have for yourself?
Well, plans I have for myself is just trying and keep my music consistent. You understand? Consistency is the key to success.
Absolutely.
Once you lapse, there's a gap. You understand? So consistency is my main focus right now. Always have content for the fans. Always have something that people could say, okay, I'm on drop today or maybe every week. You understand? But content and consistency, that's what I'm working into. And that's
Right.
the future for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to say something to us as a St. Lucian populace in terms of, you know, the music, the young people in the music? How can we better enhance you guys? How can we better support? We know, where are we lacking?
Well, about that, I'm saying maybe set up a few shows where young artists could come and express their talent, put them alongside the bigger artists too. You understand? Because these big artists, they started small. You understand? So maybe investing in them, but at the same time, I really understand how it is, because you cannot invest in something that doesn't want to push itself.
Absolutely.
You
Yes, ma'am.
understand?
Is it
So
your child?
the young people, they have to put themselves in a position where they can receive success, because if your hand's not out and success coming to you, you cannot receive it. You understand?
Let me tell you, we're not talking anything after that. That is the note we're living on. Iman, King Iman is
King
where we're following you on
Iman.
all the social sites
That's
and
correct.
finding your music.
That's correct.
All right. Well, nonetheless, you know what time it is. You have a
All
home
right.
here. Whenever you're ready for us, we're here
Thank you,
to play
mommy.
our part.
Thank you.
Respect, man.
All right. You know how we keep it.
And our education system on the island has been given a shakeup. You know, I am very, very elated as to where we're heading. It's called the revolutionizing of the education system by including the technical training certification as that as well. And, you know, transforming at least 4 of our schools on the island into full vocational technical training institution. And the Deputy Chief Education Officer, Mr. Cyrus Sipal, is very excited about that shift as well. And we had the privilege of having a sit down with him and asking about it. I have been wanting this sit down for the longest while. And I've been wanting somebody within the education system to talk about where we're heading with the education movement. And I did not go so far up the rank, you know. I say, well, I will settle for a little something, but I get the top of the rank. So I'm definitely excited that I'm sitting here with Mr. Cyrus Sipal, who is the Deputy Chief
Education Officer.
Education Officer. Now, Mr. Sipal, you have been in this industry. You have given all of your life to this, basically. 34, you're still young, and you've given 34 years of that youngness to this. So you've been there for quite some time. And anybody who interacts with you can tell the passion that goes with the education system as well. So clearly, you're a man that is passionate within this field as well. And you've been there for quite some time. And very well placed now to talk about where we're headed with the new inclusion in our education system, what we call the revolutionizing of our education system. Mr. Sipal, how excited are you?
Yes, I'm indeed very, very, very excited about it. Okay, and just to tell you, for example, when universal secondary education started, and then the Grand Riviere Secondary School was part of the new schools that started about 2 years after that. Okay, that was about 2006, 7, 8, 9. All right, we introduced that concept to the school. At the time, the Ministry of Education, we were not ready for that. But as a school, we did it, and we implemented cosmetology, cake making and decorating, pastry, tiling, plumbing, and some other concepts. So from that time, there has been that desire, that urge for me to see now that the education system move into that direction. And then understanding that the philosophy of education is not just simply the concept of acquiring knowledge. You have skills, you have the ability to just simply survive, and then problem solving skills and all of these things. So the new evolution, put it that way now, that is taking place in education is understanding now what is it that the society demands, the workplace, okay, competency-based, industry standards and so on. And that's where education is moving into. We are not saying that we are putting a lower emphasis on the pure grammar style learning which we inherited from Britain, okay? But what we are saying is that persons need to understand that somebody who is educated, education does not simply mean you are able to eloquently articulate yourself, but then you can now do some other thing which require your skills, your expertise, and then that would mean education. because you are needed in the field and then you are an expert in that field. So therefore, that whole concept, that whole new modality is the way we are moving forward. And the 4 new TVET schools that have been established, I mean, we are going to use them as the model and then come. I have heard the minister make mention of there will be more TVET schools coming on board.
Right. Now, Mr. Sepal, I want to ask you that because you and I, we are sold on that. We are passionate about that. So we are on the same page, basically. But let's talk to where we have to go now. There's going to be some groundwork because, over years, what we've had that brainwashing where, like you said, we make it like a competition between the two, the education or the book base or the skills base. And normally we tend to have had this mindset, on this narrative that, if you're leaning towards the technical side of things, it means that you're lower down the bracket or you're less educated or you're less, and I think this is also areas that needs to be targeted and myths that needs to be busted through going through that new direction as well. So persons, let's normalize the reality of what it is we're working with. Like you said, the enhancement of both of them. They don't have to be a competition or between the two. Well, I am educated and this is better than that, or I am skilled and this is better than that. But showing that, there is room for the both of them equally as important.
Yes. And then you must have heard that presentation by the ECCB governor, Mr. Timothy Antoine, right, where he spoke about he still finds it strange that there are schools in the Caribbean where they are competing to find out which school got the most subjects with CSEX, rather than understanding where we are getting at now. Okay, it is industry-based, as I said. It is competency-based. That's what we are moving into. And then now understanding that and the value of the skills development, the problem-solving skills. Listen, it makes no sense to have somebody who is able to just simply read an encyclopedia to you, but then that person does not know that we are now in the 21st century. This is the technological world, and then the information where before we used to spend time cramming, and then you have teachers writing on the board, both back and front in the class and so on. This information at the click of a button, and you have it.
Exactly. So we definitely have to move with the times, and we have to normalize that this is the process, and we do not need this mental barriers.
Yes, so what we need now is to teach the students the creativity, the critical thinking skills, and as I said, the problem-solving skills. So you come in a situation where you're unable to get a solution. How can I get the solution? What are the different avenues that are there for me, the different solutions that may present themselves? That is where education is getting into. And then also, you need to understand the soft skills. And that if you do not have the soft skills attached to it, then we will be missing out. So the whole concept now, it is what in the TVET schools we call the transferable skills. So the students now will have that, and when they go to a workplace, will be able to adapt. Because it is not, as you said, a one-size-fits-all. So you understand now that getting into that situation, the education that you have received, and remember the education now is not defined as just pure grammar-style learning, but then it is to prepare you for the world of work and to make you a meaningful, productive citizen in this global society.
Well, we're here for it all, and I think that's a perfect note to wrap up on. We'll continue to follow what is going on. Anything you'd like to leave with our viewers?
Well, I just want to tell our viewers, as we move into this new dispensation, to really understand that education now, it is taking a new dimension. And then we want everybody to get on board. Listen to me now. No more will we get a student leaving secondary school, and then when you ready to get to work, you cannot go anywhere because you have no skill, you have no papers, nothing. No. We are moving to the dispensation where we want everybody to work with us. We want our stakeholders, we want our corporate citizens to understand now that when now you are asking a student for their qualification, it's not just CSEC, what we call the CXC. It's not just the A-level, but you ask for the CVQ, the competency-based certificate, which will show that that child is ready for the world of work.
Thank you so very much, and all the best moving forward. 30 more years we can expect from you?
We'll see about that.
Wonderful.
and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine is Sarah and myself, Shani. Let's get ready to flaunt with the SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio soca jam. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. Squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
squeeze
go
and hop.
Bangkok.
Squeeze.
Bangkok, 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 Bangkok.
Last one. Right leg tap. 4, 3, 2, switch the side. Now we're going with the arms. Side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down, side.
But a woman is the brightest in she class. On every exam, you know she bound to pass. Graduate from you,
And we want nice strong arms. 4, 3, 2, we're going to roll it. Roll. Hold it down. Take it up. Roll.
So I'ma tell her to get you in a line.
4, 3, 2, squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
2,
go Bangkok.
and
Bangkok.
let's go.
Bangkok. 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 Get your degree from Bangkok.
Last one. Right foot. Tap. 4, 3, 2, switch it. Swing those arms. 4, 3, side, side, up, and
To all them women out there who want to succeed, they start a trend now, so all your best in heed.
4,
Makeup and lashes, and
3,
get you too far.
2,
If you ain't come from
roll the arms, down, roll.
If you want to be a doctor or a nurse, boy, I suggest that you go to
Pick it up, and
Cause if you get your degree from over there,
4,
you could
3,
go back
2,
home with no
squeeze.
fear. To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
2,
go
right
Bangkok.
side, and
Bangkok, 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 Bangkok. Get your degree from Bangkok, 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 Bangkok.
all right. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Have a wonderful day.
Well, I really do hope that this morning serves as an inspiration to go on out and be awesome today. It's the start to another brand new week. You gotta be fresh. You gotta be motivated. You gotta be inspired. So I hope we were able to do that and get you in that frame of mind, that atmosphere this morning. Go on out and be great. Make us proud today. Happy Monday. Let's do it again tomorrow.